Yes, that's right, it's Kenney Jam time. The jam that kicked it all off for me is back, and I'm already 5 hours into it, and I haven't even looked at it at all yet. So, well, it's a slight lie. I know what the theme is. So the theme this year is growth. So yeah, pretty good theme. 1 day and 18 hours, 57 minutes left in the jam. I'm going to be cutting this one close, I can just sense it, but I'll give it a go, see how we get on. I've already had a few ideas. I could create a simple puzzle game where wherever you walk stuff grows and you can't retrace the steps. That could work, but I couldn't really find any assets I liked for it. I thought of some sort of allotment sim, which didn't really work with the assets either. But I did quite like the idea of sort of forest island, whereby you had to plant trees and then tend to them and make sure they grow nicely. Really cool idea, I think. However, again, 2 days or less than 2 days to get this done in, so I think that is going to be pushing it for scope. So I think I'm going to try and create a game whereby you are basically defending a tree, the remaining tree, the last tree that is growing, obviously. And you need to defend it against some sort of attackers, and you're going to do that by shooting the attackers. So yeah, a pretty simple shooting, twin stick shooter, that sort of thing. And you can see here I've got these asset packs sort of lined up. Okay, so first up in my list of possible packs, I have the nature kit, and you will notice immediately that this is a 3D kit, and that is because I am going to attempt to make a 3D game in less than 2 days. Yes, I am insane. So this is the 3D kit. I'm only going to really use it for a tree and some fairly basic primitives, maybe a bit of decoration, I'm not sure yet. But yes, that's going to be my sort of base. And then on top of that, I'm going to have I'm going to use the graveyard kit, and that is because there are some nice tree trunks and rocks and so forth. So I want to make it look fairly sort of desolate with one remaining tree growing. The graveyard kit is going to hopefully do that for me. Not entirely sure. We shall see. But of course, what would you use? What would you expect to use for enemies in a graveyard? You would expect zombies, hooray! So I'm going to try and use the animated characters pack. So the first thing I'm going to try with this whole thing is to see if I can actually get these animated characters just working in Godot. Using 3D assets and so forth is not my forte, so yeah, wish me luck. Okay, first hurdle overcome, I can get one of the character models into Mixamo, which means I can use lots of different animations. Texturing's a bit weird and the lighting's a bit strange as well, and obviously there's no skin on it, but yeah, it works, so I think that's a win. So I'm already regretting my decision to go for 3D. I'm trying to get my well, anything, this character, I'm trying to texture it, and I follow some instructions. I've got the base colour set up from Kenny's pack, and it doesn't show anything at all. It's just completely black. It doesn't matter what option I click on up here, and this basically is when I'm reminded that I don't know enough about 3D stuff, and I certainly don't know enough about Blender. But I really want to use the textures. I don't want to just have like random red and blue men wandering around. That's not what I want to do. Frustrating. I don't know what I did. I deleted all my materials and started again, and did exactly the same thing as I did before when I got a black texture, but now I have a zombie texture, so hooray! Now I've just got to see if I can get this into Mixamo. Alright, here we go. Sorted, I think. It's still dark at the front for some reason. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with the lighting. There's going to be something that I've not done properly, but yeah, I can now animate my zombie. I was getting all excited then. I've just tried to import my downloaded FBX files, and this is the one that's supposed to be nicely skinned. It isn't. The mesh is there, but it's broken horrifically, and this one's brilliant. So this is the the animation for the attack, which I didn't request the mesh for, which is fine. It hasn't given me one, but it is tiny. It's absolutely tiny. Oh god. I'd just like to point out that this tool, the Godot Games tool, it is awesome. It's brilliant. It's superb. I've basically used it now to get my zombie set up properly in Blender, and then it allows me to export it to GOTF, and that goes straight into Godot. And you can see here playing my animation. I haven't done anything here. I've literally just created a new inherited scene off that GOTF. I haven't saved it yet or anything, you can see. I've just gone into the animation player. It's got all of my animations in here. Okay, it's got 2 T poses. Don't really care. It's got all my animations in it. Absolutely perfect. Superb. Couldn't have wished for a better experience. Can heartily recommend. Okay, this is what I've got so far. So I have a player character that I can mouse around when I click. I shoot. And it looks lovely. It keeps on clipping into the back of his head, which is really annoying, but I can kind of walk around. I've got a bit of a weird lag going on with my camera before he changes direction, but kind of working. When I shoot, I stay completely stationary. But yeah, I have a controllable person who does stuff. We have some progress. I've managed to get it to rotate. It seems like a stupid thing. It was bugging me quite a lot actually. Turns out if you try and rotate a spatial, it doesn't actually do anything at all. You can only rotate the stuff inside the spatial. So don't know why, but yeah, I can now rotate my character and he sort of points in the direction I want. I might have to change this shooting animation because whilst it looks fine when he's stationary, when he's walking it looks a bit rubbish, and also it's not quite fast enough for my liking, so I like it sort of aims and then fires, but for right now it doesn't matter. I have a player character. Okay, that's what we've got so far. I have a growing tree, which is very nice. The idea is the fact that you've just got to protect the tree from the zombies until it's fully grown, and then you win. Obviously it's not taking very long at the moment, but yeah, you get the idea. You can also see I've got a zombie here now, and I've got these ray casts coming out of where my gun is when I shoot, when I've got a gun. And now if I shoot zombie a couple of times, there you go, he dies. Beautiful. It's 1:20. I'm absolutely shattered, but I'm fairly pleased actually because I can spawn zombies. That's easy. I've got to obviously add all the animations into the zombies. The zombie needs to go for the tree. The tree needs to have some hit points. That's it. I think that would work as a game loop. But yeah, I'm going to call it here, and I will come back to this tomorrow. Okay, I have animations. My zombie will head towards the tree, and when they get near the tree he will start attacking. You can see I've actually got multiple zombies spawning at this point in time. Shooting them will halt them in their tracks for a couple of seconds, and then they start moving again. And as the tree gets damaged, well, once the tree's lost all its hit points, the tree will disappear and the game will be over. I've reduced the number of hit points on the zombies as well because they were just a bit too tanky, especially when there was quite a few of them. I have also completely changed the movement code, so now left and right will strafe you, and you kind of lerp towards the position of the camera, so as you move the mouse around it just makes it easier to shoot, to be honest. It was just too difficult before to try and to kill the zombies. But yeah, this is now working. Obviously it looks awful. I've got raycasts all over the place. I need some sort of aiming reticle or something like that. I obviously need a game over screen, and these zombies need to spawn a bit faster, I think. But fundamentally, the game kind of works now. It works. It's a lot more fun. I think I need to tweak the angular acceleration because this is I'm a bit too sloppy. Perhaps, and you can never really see the front of your player, but to be honest, I don't mind because you can't actually see that I haven't got a gun in my hands unless you really try. But yeah, so this is the game so far. Okay, so I've got some basic menus now. I have my main menu, I have play button, I've got some user interface which looks awful. Well, it doesn't look awful, it looks okay. You can see here my tree is growing, and my match time, which is effectively what the tree growth is ticking up, and that works quite well. As the zombies hit the tree health goes down, and you know this all ties in nicely with the game complete and game over screens. So if I just let these two zombies kill my tree, I get a game over screen, and then I quit. I can go back to the main menu, and then I can go back into the game. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. I need to add some sounds. I need to make it look pretty. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I don't have any time for this game tomorrow at all. So I've got to get this done tonight. No pressure. Okay, I have a working game. It's not amazing to look at, but it does work. So I've tarted up my menu screen ever so slightly with some assets. I've got a bit of dialogue now. I'll just click through a little bit. And then I have a game. So it's playable, it's completable. I can actually complete it. It's quite hard. The best tactic I found is to basically run right up to the enemies and shoot them point blank in the face. But yes, it works. And yeah, the game over screens and so forth all work as well. So like I say, it's not amazing, but it's currently 2:15. I'm in the morning. This is 2:15 on Saturday, so I've basically made this game in one day and 5 hours, something like that, which I'm fairly pleased with. I mean, it's more like about maybe 10 hours, something like that. So yeah, made a game in 10 hours. It works, it's playable, it uses Kenney's assets. I think it meets the brief for absolutely everything. It's by no means polished, but yeah, it works, and you know, I've learned stuff doing it. I think is the fun thing about game jams. You know, if you can learn new techniques and new ways of doing things, then it's worth doing. And I have learned how to use 3D animated models. It was a hard lesson, not gonna lie. I very nearly threw the laptop out the window, but it has bore fruit and resulted in this glorious game. So I'm kind of pleased. Anyway, I think that's gonna probably wrap it up for this video. I might I might put some more polish into this game post jam. I think I think a couple more animations. It'd be nice if the zombies didn't just immediately disappear when they got shot. It'd be nice if they could stagger back. It'd be nice if you could see when they actually got hit, other than them just sort of they sort of stop moving when they get shot, which isn't quite right. Oh no, no, no. So yeah, I think there's more that could be done with this game, definitely. But for this jam specifically, I think I'm done. I'm just out of time, basically. And I win. Boom, just like that. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I'm going to bed. I'll catch you in the next one.